Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and it's Debsy, and the place to be, it's Debsy. Bloop, bloop, that's me. Boop, Debsy. Hey guys, happy Monday, and I hope everybody had a great day. If not a great day, then a good day. 4 more days until I have my week off. Yay! So listen, Linda. Last night I watched the latest episode of Real Housewives of New York City. I got a lot to say about it. Just heads up, there's gonna be some cussing in this video because I have some feels after last night. Okay, let's get right into it. So simultaneously, Aaron is talking to Sai on FaceTime, and Jessel goes over to Jenna's place. And the topic of the lunch comes up, but first of all, Aaron and Sai, of course, have to talk about what else but Jessel's sex life. And neither one of them believe that they had sex. Okay, why is it any of your business? Listen, it's nobody's business but Sai and Jessel. That's it. At the end of the show, Jenna says that somebody's marital issues or their intimacy and their relationship should be discussed in private, in intimate settings, not with an entire group of people. It's none of their business. They then get down to talking about the lunch, the lunch that Sai didn't want to go to. Well, Sai's pissed that Jessel was 40 minutes late. Hold on a second. Footage shows that Sai herself was late 20 minutes. Did she text anybody? Did she text Jessel and say, listen, I was late? So when she's like, I had to sit there and wait 40 minutes, you did not. True, Jessel was late, but you got there at 11:20, and I believe Jessel got there at like 11:41, so you waited 21 minutes. Still, it's not great. Jessel should have called or should have texted, but Sai is really making it seem like she wasn't late at all. Like she was on time, which is not the case at all. Sai had then mentioned how she felt like did she say here? No, but Sai had said that she brought up her mother and then compared her mother's story to her uncle's story of her uncle being an alcoholic and dying from alcoholism related, illnesses. And Erin, of course, being the parent that she is, she was like, that was very insensitive for her to compare her uncle to Sai's mother. Listen, they're not, once again, I don't think she was comparing. I think she was just feeling like she could relate to Sai because they both had family members who had passed away who were alcoholics and who had passed away from it. They then also talked about Pavitt going to Vietnam, and Sai says Sai says that Pavitt had said he's going to be going to Vietnam to rack up the mileage points. And Aaron and Abe talk about this, and Aaron says the fact that they were roomies, that Jessel and Pavitt were roomies, and then that the popsicle story and the sex rut and the Vietnam trip, she thinks that there's something up. I don't understand why they care. Jessel and Jenna are talking. Jessel says basically that she can't really 100% justify why they were in a rut so long intimate wise, but she says she thinks it might have just been something emotional. Listen, she went through IVF for years, and she now has these children, these two kids, the same age, that are a lot to handle, plus she has work. So, I mean, listen, shit like that happens sometimes. Jessel talks about the lunch, and Jessel says that she was 15 minutes late. So, I mean, she owns up to that she was late. And she said that she had brought up her uncle because she thought that maybe that Cy would understand. And Jenna made a good point. Jenna had said that sometimes the people that push us away the most are the people that we really try to become friends with. We really try and get in their good graces. Well, listen, I think this is the end. I really don't think that Jessel wants to try to have Cy be her friend. If I were Jessel, I wouldn't want Cy to be my friend. I wouldn't want to be anywhere near her. I thought it was really cute, really nice, but Uba went to a restaurant to talk to them about doing a collab with her Uba Hot. They're creating a dish involving Uba Hot, and she says eventually she would like to grow her brand, but just not right now. I, at some point, would like to try and get my hands on this Uba Hot. From what I understand, I think it is sold out, but if anybody knows where I can get my hands on a bottle, I will try it. In a scene that was probably supposed to be very heartwarming, it really did nothing for me, but Cy's Aunt Sophia visited, and that was her mother's sister. She gave the impression, that her mother, I got the impression that her mother had passed later than I thought she did, because it sounded like she was saying that her mother was there last Christmas, and I was like, I really thought that her mom passed like when Cy was like younger. I could be wrong. That's what it sounded like. And it was very nice that Abe had Cy's mother's artwork published in a book, and she gave it to her Aunt Sophia, and her Aunt Sophia was touched. It was a very heartfelt gift. Listen, they put this in there. I don't know if it was to make her to garner sympathy or, make her a little bit more likable. It didn't do anything for me. Nothing. It really did absolutely nothing for me. So, if it did nothing for me, then it's bad, because I can be swayed by a good edit, and I'm very emotional. So I should have been crying at that, and I wasn't. Jenna and her son Beckett, they met at the eyeglass store, and the thing that I had gotten out of that was I felt sad for Jenna, because she had said that her mom didn't like her. Like, that's sad. I mean, that's very sad. I didn't like that. Jenna is going away to Ireland, so she is not going to be at this week's event. Neither is Bryn. Bryn is coming off the effects of COVID. She still has COVID, so she's not going to be there. The big event is a couples dinner, meetup at, couldn't make this up, at a club called at a place called Swingers. It's hosted by Aaron and Abe, the ones that are going to be swingers 10 years down the road. He's going to sleep with who knows who, and she's going to sleep with a gay guy. I don't know. Aaron, I don't know how that's going to work. Swingers. But Swingers is a place where you can eat, and then you can play like miniature golf or I don't know if it's like Top Golf or something like that. It's in Manhattan. So Cy and David arrive first. And that gives Aaron a chance to talk to Cy. Aaron says to Cy, is it going to be awkward with you seeing Jessel? And she says, honestly, I don't care. That's the theme of the night for Jessel. That and being a bitch. She says, I don't care. I just want Jessel to be herself. But every time Jessel talks and tries to be herself, she screams at her. So which is it? I mean, do you want her to shut up or do you want her to be herself? And once again, the talk between all of the couples is, once again, Aaron and Pavitt and Jessel's sex life. They're talking about how Cy had said, well, she said it took me 20 minutes to warm up down there and this and that. I don't care. This isn't anybody's business. How is it any of your damn business? Everybody is different down there. And then they follow it up with them talking about Abe and Aaron's sex life and how she just gave him a blowy. Ugh, I don't need to hear that. I don't want to hear that. This isn't Sex in the City. Some people want to keep their business to themselves. And then Cy, of course, says to the guys, listen, I'm going to need you guys to get the truth out of Pavitt about their sex life, about whether they really had sex or not. Pavitt ain't gonna tell you shit. If I was Pavitt, I wouldn't tell you nothing. So the other couple shows up, Pavitt and Jessel, they show up, and immediately everybody's on Pavitt about why he has to fly to Vietnam. Why do you gotta fly to Vietnam? He says he bought 3 tickets already. He used 2 of them, and then I guess the borders closed up, and now the borders had closed up. So now that the borders are opening up and the tickets are opening back up and he can book, he has to now use the last ticket. And he says, as he has said before, it's a mileage run. He's going to go fly to Vietnam, get the sandwich, come back. And that way he racks up the miles, and that way they can use them to go. He said they're going to use them to go on a family vacation. What is so hard to believe with that? Listen, because this was said last week, that's what he does. And he said this week. I have heard online a lot of people saying that either they do mileage runs or people that they know do mileage runs. I mean, he was saying that one of these first class flights is like $15,000 or $20,000. If he's flying Emirates, from what I understand, those ones that Penelope Cruz does the ads for, the one where you can lay down like you're laying in your bed and you can take a shower, that's $15,000. That is $15,000. You get caviar. You can't imagine. You cannot believe the amenities that you get. Just for flying. So that's what he's doing. Listen, if I could afford it, I would maybe take a flight over, land, and then just get right back on a plane and go back over just for that. Listen, why is it so hard to understand? So he tells her this, and then Cy once again, but I don't understand. Why? Why does it matter to you? Listen, and she's immediately thinking he's doing something shady. Why is it, number one, any of your business? Number two, if he is, why is it any of your business? If you're going to come out and say, oh, because I care about my friends and her marriage, you don't listen. It's apparent. Jessel knows. Jessel even says, I don't think she likes me. I don't know what I did wrong. I don't even know what she did wrong either. Is there something that the editors have edited out and they haven't told us? But I don't know. So Cy, she excuses herself, and Erin then has to stir the pot, and she asks Jessel, like she really cares. Are you okay? Are you all right? Are you okay? You don't care. You don't give a shit, because you're going to go You're going to take this information and talk all behind Jessel's back. So I don't buy any of that. Jessel says she just felt like Cy was very cold to her at the lunch, and she just doesn't know what she did to her to warrant this. Cy comes back and tells Jessel that this lunch could have been a phone call. Oh, okay. And Jessel said that she just wanted to make sure that we were okay after the discussion in Anguilla. And Cy sure did. Cy was like, well, yeah, of course it was fine. I don't understand. Yeah, it was fine. Why? Why would we have to talk about this? Why would you think it wasn't fine? Well, because you flipped out on a boat and you started screaming. So there was that. That might be a sign to show that everything's not okay. And then Cy says to Jessel that she was offended when she had brought up her mom at lunch. Like, she was trying to compare her situation. Jessel was trying to compare her situation to her mom's. And Jessel was like, I was not comparing them. And if I would have thought that you would be offended, I would not have brought that up. Trust me. During all of this, Uba shows up, comes in, and everybody, of course, says hello. Cy, unbothered Cy. Cy, who is so unbothered. This is the most unbothered I have ever heard. She says to Uba, sit down, we're talking. Like, real rude like. Cy then calls Jessel a liar because she thinks that Jessel was lying about when Pavitt is going to fly out. Do you see? It's tough for me to keep this together in my head because it is all so stupid. I don't understand why you care when he's flying out or why he's flying out. And Jessel is like, I'm not lying, and F you. She doesn't say that, but she should. And then once again, Jessel's talking, and Cy, I don't care. I just don't care. For somebody who doesn't care, you're getting in the business a lot. So Cy gets up, walks away, but before she does, she tells her to go. She tells her to F you, you're a bitch. And then Jessel calls her a diva, which she is. Jessel also tells a little bit later when Cy comes back, Jessel then tells her, listen, I'm over this mean girl bullshit. And then, of course, gaslighting Cy has to say, there's no mean girls. There's no mean girl bullshit going on. It just doesn't make sense when you speak, and you speak in circles. And listen, every time Jessel says every time she speaks, she's shut down. Like, they jump in on her, either Cy or Aaron or both. And she calls Aaron her parrot, her little parrot, which she really is. Oh yeah, and then Cy's talking about how she was pissed because Jessel didn't tell her she was going to be late. Excuse me, you were late. You were 20 minutes late. Are you gonna bring that up? So what was it? Jessel had asked, well, why did you even show up? Why did you show up? And she says, I showed up to be nice. Oh, that was you being nice. Okay. That was you being nice. This is actually when she left, and she called her a bitch. Cy then asked Pavitt, one of the husbands had asked Cy if I were going to flying Vietnam, what would you think I was doing? And she had said, well, I would think that you are flying over there to go F someone. And Pavitt at that point off camera is like, why do these people care? I don't understand why they care so much. Sai, once again, she goes back to the women. She's talking with Aaron, and she's saying, I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. I'm saying what others are thinking. And no, listen, when people say, I'm just being brutally honest, that means, I'm sorry, I'm a bitch. Because you can be honest, but you don't have to keep on. If somebody's telling you this, the truth, then just shut up and take it. I don't understand why it's any of your business. Aaron and Sai, when they're talking, they're talking to one another, and they both agree that they think that Jessel's lying. Pavitt then says, they're talking about like what attracted you to your person. Pavitt says something like we like to travel and we like to have experiences, and she puts up with my shit. That's what he said. But they're taking it, Sai is taking it that he said that she lets me do whatever I want. He didn't say that. Uba is dating someone. Uba doesn't tell anybody but shows Sai, which is a mistake. Sai is going to spill the beans on that one. Later on, Bryn and Jenna go over to Jessel's. They talk about the dinner. The one thing I did not like at this was when Pavitt said that Sai was bipolar. I didn't like that. I wasn't cool with that. The ladies didn't seem to like it either, and he retracted it. Bryn then had said that Aaron had told her that Pavitt wasn't wearing his wedding ring, and something is going on there. Jessel had said that he hasn't really worn it since they got married because he lost it and they just never replaced it. For some people, wearing a wedding ring isn't a big deal. I can tell you, my mother and father didn't wear their wedding ring, and so it's really, I don't think somebody not wearing their wedding ring means that, hey, they're cheating. It's up to each individual. And Jessel basically says she has to move on from it. She feels like she has stood up for herself. But she's really upset by this. And Bryn was like, listen, you have to go a little further. You have to tell them, shut the fuck up. This is it. Shut the F up. Leave me alone on this. And then eventually Sai will be like, okay, well, leave you alone. So, and listen, if any of the husbands on this show are going to be up to some shit, to be honest with you, I would put it at Abe, because listen, Abe had said if he had the chance, he would fly around the country to get away from Aaron. Plus, didn't he go to that Grateful Dead concert, that festival without Aaron? Plus, he did say during this episode that she lets him do what he wants. And listen, there's also those rumors. I'm not going to say what they are. The rumors I had seen all over TikTok about Sai and how she got her man wasn't honest, wasn't the honest way, apparently, allegedly. So that's what we're talking about. This is a long video. I had a lot to say. Sai, listen, next year they bring back one or two. They don't bring back both. Either bring back Aaron or bring back Sai. I understand that you have to have a villain on the show. Bring back one of them. Don't bring back both of them. I can't stand Sai and I can't stand Aaron. One or the other, not both. So if you watched, please let me know in the comments. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. If nobody told you yet today, I love you. You're loved, seen, and heard. Please make sure that you put hope, kindness, compassion, love, acceptance, kindness, and understanding out there. Please take care of one another. Please be aware of your surroundings. Please stay safe. It is a crazy, goofy world out there. And I will talk to you guys tomorrow. And I love you guys. Bye, guys.